Hey friends, it's Michelle World here today with you, and I'm excited to share 3 ways that I love to create collage flowers using Dina Wakley acrylic glosses, acrylic paints, stencils, and stamps. Everything we're going to do today is really about building layers first, and the flowers will come second after we do all the fun layering. So I'm excited to share it with you today. And we're going to create 3 different types of collage papers. We'll let them dry, and then I'll show you how I used each one in the finish spread in my Dina Wakley Media Kraft Journal. So let's jump in. So the first option is going to be using some gloss, paint, and some stencils on the Dina Wakley ledger papers and typed ledgers. And this is actually from set 2 of the typed ledgers. And I love using the ledger paper for this technique because even if we cover up, most of the text, little bits of it are going to show through later, and I think it really adds a lot of depth to your collage. So what you're going to see me do next is start working with the acrylic gloss, and I'm going to use Papaya and Sunshine, and I'm pouring it out, a little bit of each color out to the side, and I'm going to take a Dina's really wide brush and use that to start applying on to the page. And the goal here is, is not to fully cover the surface with the gloss, medium. I want some movement. I want some variation. Of course, want transparency, which you'll get with the wonderful gloss spray. But just, applying it very loosely. And once you've got that where you like it, I'm going to go in with some acrylic paint, and I'm going to pick out a couple of shades here to show you. And I'm kind of just taking the journal and tucking it out of the way here so we have a better workspace for you to see. But I'm going to use raspberry, the colors raspberry, malachite, and aloe. Now I will say with aloe you could also use white if you don't have aloe handy. And I'm going to apply these colors kind of randomly through one of her stencil coasters. This one is called Rattan. And again, I'm using 3 different colors. And again, don't overthink it. I'm just taking a big brush and applying the paint down onto the paper, through the stencils. And you'll also see that when I'm doing this and I'm applying the paint, you'll see it all kind of, I do like to let the edges sort of overlap when I'm putting the paint down through the stencil. I like the colors to blend a little bit. You don't want to blend it too much, because when you've got multiple colors and you start blending multiple colors together, sometimes you end up with mud, which is not what we want. But I do like to let the edges kind of blend in a little bit, just soften up, and that's just something you can. It's kind of personal preference, really, and you can play with that to get it the way you like it. So I do, like I said, I like the edges to blend in a little bit. I like to overlap a little bit, and then you just have to, you try not to make mud, right? So now here I am getting pretty good coverage, right? I am, obviously there's some parts that aren't going to get covered with paint because the stencil is going to, protect the first layer that you've put down. But we really are taking this rattan stencil, and we're going all over the page with it. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is add some splatters to the page. And I like for this technique, I like to add splatters in both a dark and a light shade. Again, that's just kind of personal preference. Oops, there goes the paint bottle. It's personal preference, and it's definitely, totally up to you. But for the splatters, what I chose to use were the shades Night and Sunshine. And for the splatters, for this particular one, I just used paint and added water to it. You certainly could use acrylic gloss as well to do the splatters. Either one works just fine. And so once I have, created enough visual interest, I'm going to set this aside to dry. And while that dries, we will move on to flower option 2. And for the second flower option, we're going to be working with stamped acrylic paint and stamped florals on Dina's large white tags. These are the number 10 in the larger size tag. And you're going to want to pick your favorite color and your favorite, floral stamps. What I'm using here is going to be Night. Again, I like you can tell I like that color. I just think it's just a bold, dramatic color, and it gives you such great contrast against really most backgrounds. And so what I've paired it here with is one of my favorite floral stamp sets. This one's called Moments. And here's a tip for you for this particular collage technique. If you're going to use these flowers in a collage, I really like having both bold and then kind of soft or ghost impressions from the stamp. So I don't always reapply paint every time I stamp. So you'll see there's I'll usually at least stamp it one more time before I start to reapply paint. And sometimes I'll even do it a third time before I add any more paint. And what I want to do here is show you, all the different looks that you can get from the stamps in this particular set, applying it with, a full coat of paint, and then, like I said, stamping it out a few times so that you get sort of a ghost image or a second or third image there. And it feels very different. And you'll see in the collage how it impacts the collage differently with the different variations there. So once you have created several, tags from the layered florals, then you're going to set those aside to dry. And now we're going to create our third option. And again, we're just kind of creating the backgrounds that will become the flowers. So there's 3 different background options, and there will become 3 different kinds of flowers that I'll show you as soon as we get through option number 3. So we're working on the tag again, same number 8 tag, number 10, same number 10 white tag. And it's a really similar technique basically to the first thing we did with the ledger paper. But you'll see when we go to use these backgrounds in the collage, I think they yield very different results, and the texture and effect comes out different. So what you see me doing now is applying a base layer of acrylic gloss in Papaya, and I believe that's also cheddar, if I'm not mistaken, but I think that's paint. So acrylic gloss in Papaya, followed up by acrylic paint in cheddar, using that wide brush to just do some random, application. And then I'm going to grab that same stencil coaster we had earlier, the one in rattan, and I'm going to grab a paint in, I believe it's going to be raspberry. And I will tell you, it's going to come out a lot darker. Oh, I'm putting cheddar down first. Sorry. Okay, so once you've got your stencil down, I'm using cheddar and acrylic paint to add a layer in there. And then I believe that I'm going to grab raspberry as well. Yeah, there we go. But because it's all sort of wet and blending together, that raspberry is probably looking a little bit darker than you would anticipate, because everything is sort of, it's still wet, so it's blending together. And same thing here, I'm not covering the whole tag. I'm leaving some white space, but, letting the layers show through and letting things overlap. So once everything is dry, I'm going to show you how I turned some of these, or turned these papers and backgrounds into the flowers that you see in the layout. Now that first one right there is what I like to call like a torn tulip shape, and it's really the simplest one. And you, just as you can see there, you're tearing sort of a triangular shape with some curves around the edges, and most often it ends up, looking like a tulip right in a bouquet. And so you can see I had a couple of those in the bouquet, and then I'm doing a larger one, which is really just sort of an oblong shape, or a longer shape, and to me that looks like, especially because of the shape of this particular stencil, the shape of the openings, reminds me of like a spray, like a berry spray, or maybe lilacs, or something that has like multiple flowers or multiple berries even on it. So that, kind of lends itself to that in the bouquet. And then the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to do some fussy cutting, if you will. And so I would take the stamped florals, and we're just going to cut them out in a variety of ways, though. And because we've got the bold and the kind of ghost prints, you've got a variety of textures to work with in the collage. And so the cutout florals can really be used as a focal flower, like in the front of the collage. You can layer it behind. You can also cut apart the petals. You can cut apart the stems. Use those in a variety of ways, which you'll sort of see how I layered different different flowers into the collage that's in the journal. And you can see, like, I'm going to cut out some of the lighter stamped images, and it really gives a lot of variety and interest to the final collage. So love that technique. And another thing that you'll see me do as well is I'll actually go back and cut into one of the really bold stamped images. And well, I'll show you that in a minute. You can actually cut into those and use those to make like the centers of some of the abstracted flowers as well. So I'll show you that in just a sec. So because what we're going to do is the third type of flower. So we've got the sort of triangular tulip that we just toured, a single flower. We did some fussy cutting around the stamped images to get that kind of a look. And now what I'm going to do here is what I call a torn petal cluster. And so that's tearing several abstract petals out of the paper. Instead of one big tear, one big flower, I'm doing several oblong shapes. You can think like just an oval shaped petal. You kind of arrange them in a circular, arrangement, or slightly offset, but it's forming the head of the flower. And then you can go back to, and you can see I'll play around with it depending on what I'm doing with my collage. I'll play around to get the shape the way that I like it. And I think I decided I just needed, the two pieces there. But to get that center of the flower, I went back and grabbed one of those stamped images and just sort of tore out a oblong shaped, no circles, no perfect circles, but tore out an oblong shape there to make the center of the flower. And really everything is intended to look abstract, and everything I think really mixes well together with the different types of flowers. And so what I love about the techniques is that you're really just making layered, interesting papers, and it's the flowers come later once you start tearing things out and cutting things out. You can see I even, cut a stem for one of the other flowers. So I hope this gives you, a few new ideas for using acrylic mediums, stencils and stamps, in your collage work. And thank you so much for creating with me today. Can't wait to see what kind of flowers you make. So don't forget to subscribe, follow along, and like this video. Thanks.